Okay, so it's Gary here behind the camera, and I'm going to show you how you can try to take off the same amount of metal down the whole length of the blade when you're sharpening. This is not like a wood planer that takes off automatically the same amount of wood strip all the way along, no matter how fast or how much pressure you put on it. With a grinder, it depends on how much pressure, how much I push the blade against the wheel, and it depends upon how fast I move the blade across the wheel, because the slower I go, the longer I spend in a particular place, the more metal I'm going to take off. So we want to have a constant speed and pressure. We want the speed and the pressure to be the same for the whole pass. Well, that's impossible, because you got to start from something and you got to end from something. So the way I do this is you have the non-skatable zone up in this area in here. This is the tangent point. You don't skate up in this area. Yes, you can contact that area if the toe digs into the ice on jump landings, for example. But it's not so important, this area up here. But what happens right after it, starting from this tangent point here, right after that, that's where we spin, and we spend a lot of time up there. So that's very important. So I want to accelerate to the point where I have a constant speed and pressure starting from that point. Okay, so I land the blade on the wheel kind of like an airplane landing on a runway, and then I keep constant speed and pressure. Now in the end, I ease up on the pressure, and sometimes I'm going to come off a little bit early, and sometimes I'm going to come off a little bit late, and coming off late will round off the end of the blade, but that's not very important. We don't skate back there very often. Yeah, we contact that on backward turns, but frankly, if that gets rounded off just a slight bit, it's not the end of the world at all. So not a very important part of the blade back here. Okay, so let me show you a demonstration of how this goes. Plug in the machine first. I sharpen both ways to save time, using up pressure and slowing down, gaining pressure and speeding up. Constant speed and pressure, and now ease up the pressure. Okay, so for you skate sharpeners out there, I noticed a boot that I had here that was sharpened by somebody else quite a while. Somebody brought to me, and very typically we get a lot more metal taken off in this very important region, because the skate sharpener puts the stone on the wheel with a lot of pressure and then accelerates, and so they're slow in this area and take off too much metal. Flatten that out, a huge error, and will greatly reduce performance of the blade and shorten its life as well. Okay, skate sharpeners, take heed. That's one of the 3 important things that you need to pay attention to when you sharpen skates.